What's good, guys? This is wolfiereacts and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another reaction, Nittoli once again, and this is funny as shit. So this was requested by Crystal Myers and Trap and Chill Music, so thank you guys for the reaction. I'm guessing this is going to be some like next, I don't know, it could be a diss track. I mean, the last time he did something like this, or the way it looked, it was a 6ix9ine diss. So but funny as shit, is he saying that he's funny as shit, or all of you are funny as shit for how you act? I don't know, but I suppose we'll get into it. Once again, this is a blind reaction. I've not heard this track before, so this will literally be my first reaction. Before we get into the video, if you like the content, then smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, then subscribe, join the gang, and hit the notification bells to let you know anytime that I drop any new reactions. So without further ado, guys, I'm looking forward to seeing what this is about, so let's get into it. So Nittoli, funny as shit, let's go. He's holding a banana up at the screen, what the fuck? Ah, God. You already know it's gonna be corny. Let's go.
I know you're feeling on this. I know you're feeling on it. I know you never admit. It's something you never admit. I ain't offended by it. No, I ain't offended by it. I think it's funny as shit. Yeah, I think it's funny as shit. I think it's funny as shit. I think it's funny as shit. Ha ha. I think it's funny as shit. I think it's funny as shit. No, I ain't offended by it. I ain't offended by it. I think it's funny as shit. I think it's funny as shit.
So funny as shit is basically he thinks it's funny that you would think that he's bothered about your comments or how he acts. So this is a song for the haters, guys. This is a song for the haters, and you know, if hate the thing is people don't realize, and anyone who's clever enough to understand will, if you're hating on someone, you're giving them what they want, because you know, you're clicking on the vids, you're commenting on the video, you know, if you really hated someone, you wouldn't even acknowledge that they exist. So, but you're giving him that you know, shine. So, and he thinks it's funny because, well, I think it's funny too, because if someone hated me for something that I did, and then they were commenting, you know, I've got nothing but love for you because you're just showing me love. And that's the funny thing at the end of the day. So it is funny as shit. So I agree with you, Nick. So let's go. The beat is pretty decent as well. When the drums came in, the backing beat came in, that was pretty hard. And once again, he's back with the vocals. So let's go.
Most of you can't even rap. Most of you ain't got a bag. Most of you need a producer to finish your tracks. Most of you hit me in black.
Facts. Most of you need a producer to finish your tracks. That's crazy, because a lot of times you'll see that rappers will send for other people to finish their ghostwriters, basically. Will send for other people like themselves to bring them into the fold and finish the track off, because maybe their content doesn't hit just as well as someone else would. So they think that that's a better fit. So obviously they pay a stupid amount of money to another producer or another content creator or another artist or whatever to actually finish the track for them, because, you know, they think that with the help of someone else, or, you know, them being on a track or their lyrics or something like that, then it's gonna make the track pop. But 9 times out of 10, a lot of people don't agree with it because it's not you didn't make it yourself, because you've got someone else to finish it off. So
Most of you get me to nap. Most of it don't even slap. Most of you good for a lap. Most of you ain't even black. Most of you ain't even trap. Most of you whack. I am the alien landing. I am the Peyton of Mannings. You are a Tatum of Channing. I am the plot you were planning. I am the king of Atlantis. You are the clip when it's jamming. You are a moon man.
Ooh, you're the clip when it's jamming. So you don't shoot. You don't fire. You're not popping off. You're the dud bullet in the chamber, like, or the dud cartridge, magazine, whatever you want to call it. But that's you. So you don't fire off because you just jam.
I am a Grammy. Most of you really just can't understand me. Most of you scared and you wish they would ban me. I put my heart to this manly. Most of you did it with hammies. Most of you listen to Brandy.
Most of you did it with hammies. Hand-me-downs, that's a bar.
Most of you sucking on dick, that's Andy. Most of you need a good hook like Sandy. Most of you say you got beef, that's Cammy. Most of your parents' life is just dandy. Most of you Uber like, where is the Lammy? Most of you stay in Miami. Most of you hard as you can be. Most of you pop up the atom like Sammy. Most of you think you could slam me. Most of you don't even know what a man be. Most of you secretly trannies. Most of you ain't even manly. Tsunami wave with the drip. Y'all should just stay with the Samby. I know you're feeling on this. I know you're feeling on it. I know you never admit. It's something you never admit. I ain't offended by it. No, I ain't offended by it. I think it's funny as shit. Yeah, I think it's funny as shit. I think it's funny as shit. Yeah. I think it's funny as shit. I think it's funny as shit. I think it's funny as shit. No, I ain't offended by it. I ain't offended by it. I think it's funny as shit. I think it's funny.
Wait there, what was that? That says something about Universal what? Universal and Sony record companies caught faking billions of YouTube views. Okay, so he's talking about other rappers and the music industry in general, and we all know it's a sham. And that's the reason why I really rate artists that go independent. For instance, Joyner Lucas. Joyner Lucas did it independently. I'm pretty sure Kendrick was independent as well, because obviously he's got TDE now, along with Anthony, who runs TDE. I don't know if he's got a slice of that pie or if he started it or whatever, but I know that he's a big part of TDE, because he's signed his own artists as well. Obviously, we all know Eminem started with Interscope Records with Dr. Dre, but then he branched off and made Shady Records, and obviously Shady 45 is his, like he created that. So, but yeah, independency, like in the music industry, is the way forward, because you don't have to abide by anyone's rules except for yourself, because you control everything. You have creative control over everything that you push out, and no one can tell you what to do either, because if you do it independently, it's yours. I mean, you're the one that does all the work. You're the one that does all the marketing, the promos, the social media, everything else. You may have a team behind you, but they're going to be people that are pushing that brand forward. But solely it's independent because it's you that's doing all of the work, and you're not waiting for a 365 deal, which is basically a down payment of what your record label is. So the record labels will give you a deal, they'll give you a certain amount of money to flex with, and then everyone thinks that that's the be all and end all. Like, I'm going to get all this money in, and once the album, if the album comes out or whatever, or once you've fulfilled your contract and you haven't made as much money as they've given you, you're now in debt. So not only you're a failure at what you've done, or you've made a big mistake, you're now in debt with the music industry, and that's not a situation you want to put yourself in. I mean, these guys are like top dogs, like Universal, Sony Music, Island Music. All of these guys, all of these record companies, they literally hand out 365 deals to up and coming, or not even up and coming, but artists that they think are going to cause a buzz, but then they put them in entrapment, because once they've got you, that's it, you're theirs. Like, they have creative control over what you do, and then obviously if you don't make the same amount of money back that they loan you, like through your contract, then you know they you belong to them. Like, there's no way of getting out of it. So then you have to stay with that record label until you've made the money back that they're now happy with. But then because you haven't fulfilled your contract, they own your ass. So if anyone is thinking of, like, anyone's watching this video, or anyone has the aspirations to do rap music or just music in general, like, do it yourself. Like, build your own brand and, you know, make it successful in yourself, because you're going to have less problems in the long run. And even though you may not feel as successful, because obviously you're signed a major deal to a major record label. It's not a major deal, it's a 365 deal, and it's probably going to be the wrong decision for you. There's so many artists now that are not taking the route of, you know, going to a record label. Hopsin did it. He made Undercover Prodigy. So he was with Funk Volume, and the owner of the record label for that was actually Eazy-E's wife, which is crazy. And yeah, she basically fucked him over, and he made a song about it and left Funk Volume and started his own thing, because he knows there's more power in yourself, like, to be able to create something. And if people fuck with you, if you've got a following, then they're gonna roll with you, ride or die. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter if you've got a big label behind you, or if it's a small label that you're building up. If you carry that you know, your fan base and everything with you, that brand is gonna grow. It's not rocket science, but it's all yours because it's independent. So yeah, that's what he's talking about. He's talking about the music industry. So we've got into a deep conversation here, and I love it.
Funny as shit. Most of you ain't even signed. Most of you rap just a lie. Most of you hiding online. Most of your songs, yo, I can't even find. Most of you feeling a vibe. Most of you feeling inspired. Most of you really just want to be one of the guys. Some of you really just trying. I'm really feeling bad for all of you that were denied. Most of you ain't got that fire. Most of you ain't got that feeling inside. Most of you really belong on the side. Most of you wearing a wire. Most of you looking for dick you can ride. Most of you drowning the tide. Most of you try to deny it. Please don't deny it. Please don't deny it, cause you know I know. I know you're feeling on this. I know you're feeling on it. I know you never admit. It's something you never admit. I ain't offended by.
What was that about Tiger? Can't see it.
Please don't deny it. Please don't deny it, cause you know I know. I know you're feeling on this. I know you're feeling on it. I know you never admit. It's something you never admit.
Oh, there it is. What does it say? Tiger. Sorry about this, guys. I really want to catch what that says.
I know you never admit. It's something you never admit.
Transsexual. Is that transsexual, it says?
I know you never admit. It's something you never.
Yeah, Tiger, transsexuals, and shame in hip hop. So I'm guessing that Tiger said something about transsexuals or something in one of his tracks and caused some commotion. But you know, it's like, so Tiger, back in when Young Money first come out, like, he was one of the major artists from Young Money, because a lot of people don't remember that Tiger came from Young Money. And obviously Young Money's Drake, Nicki Minaj, But where are all the other guys? Like, all of the people that were in Young Money, except for Lil Wayne, Tyga, Nicki Minaj, and Drake, where are all the other guys from Young Money? They're literally irrelevant. Like, you don't hear anything from any of them. And that just goes to show you, like, how the industries attack their viewers and, you know, the hip-hop game in general. Because Young Money back in the day was popping. Like, everyone was all about Young Money. But then, obviously, Nicki branched out, did her own thing. Drake, obviously, was successful anyway. Lil Wayne's always been in the game. I mean, he's been in the game for nearly 30 years. So, you know, it's a massive, massive thing for Lil Wayne. And I'm pretty sure Lil Wayne started Young Money. Like that whole group thing. But obviously, it didn't work out because hardly any of the other people in Young Money are active now.
I ain't offended by it. No, I ain't offended by it. I think it's funny as shit. Yeah, I think it's funny as shit. I think it's funny as shit. I think it's funny as shit. Ha ha. I think it's funny as shit. I think it's funny as shit. No, I ain't offended by it. I ain't offended by it. I think it's funny as shit. I think it's funny as shit.
Right, interesting one today. Thank you, Crystal Myers and Trap and Chill, for that request, because that was awesome. Right, so there we have it, guys. That is Nick Nittoli, funny as shit, and it was funny as shit, to be fair. I mean, the whole context of the song itself was factual, and it is funny because a lot of these people think that they're getting into a major deal and everything's going to be set out for them, and then, you know, a year later they end up owing so much money to those companies that it literally becomes impossible for you to get out of. So take heed to the warning, guys. Like, if you're going to do something, do it independently. Don't depend on anyone else to make you successful. Make yourself successful, and that's probably the greatest advice that I could give you. So yeah, he got into a really deep conversation in this one. The beat was fire, but more to the point, the bars and the content. To be fair, there wasn't that many bars. It was just straight facts, and I can appreciate that. Do you know what I mean? And with the newspaper clippings and of all the stuff that's been going on, he's giving you that knowledge that you probably don't know. So props to Nick for that. And this may now be my favourite one, just because of the context that it's in. But who knows? Obviously, I'm going to be doing a lot more Nick Nittoli reactions, so we'll just have to wait and see. So, like I said, if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button, and subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bells to let you know anytime I drop any new content. Socials will be in the description below, so you can follow me on them. I've got Discord now as well, so if you want to talk while I'm not recording, we can just chat, talk about whatever you want. Doesn't really bother me. But yeah, so join my Discord, and also I stream on Twitch. So if you like the gaming side of stuff, then you can come watch me chill with my boys, playing some Call of Duty. I have my Twitch channel is pretty it's very individual. So what I do on my Twitch channel is pretty hard to do. So yeah, so I'm not the greatest player in the world, but for my Twitch I'm good. So yeah, join me on there, and until the next video, guys, take it easy, be safe, and I'll see you in the next one.